Yeah, obviously it's feels like it's brand new all over again. I think the one thing that helped us was our willingness to stay together and stay connected during the 20 months of off season, and that's kind of the approach that we took, was that it was going to be an extended off season as long as it took. And I give players a lot of credit, the graduating players and the returning players that are still here after a year of doing everything virtually and being decentralized. They did a tremendous job of maintaining the connection to each other, and I think that's made it easier for us as a staff, that once we got back, there was still that team atmosphere, even though we hadn't been together since early March of 2020. Yeah, that was kind of the way that the recruiting pattern we had inherited when I came on staff with Chris and Andreas. That we knew at that point in time there had been a big bulk in second year. Those guys have now kind of graduated out, and as you mentioned, then the class after that, the Scott Fazer, Dan Nikandroff, Max Shields have all graduated, and then we lost a group that didn't get to play as seniors. In Sal Felice and Morgan Messenger and Alex Mowbray and Nick Corrick, and those guys had really, the last time we were on the ice, their role was to teach a group of 17 first-year players what it meant to be a Lion and how to have success, as an OUA student athlete, and they did an awesome job of that. Like, just so pleased with how they prepared the returning core of players that are now, going into kind of upper class responsibility. How they had them prepared to not only survive the pandemic, but to come out of it as better people, as better students, as in better shape, and just how much of an investment it takes to kind of be successful at this level in all aspects. So that's really I think kind of kept us together throughout, and I hope that it's going to end up paying off, because this was kind of a year that you earmark based on how many people would be in third and fourth year, and when you're heavy third year, that's usually a year that you can kind of think that this is our time, and I think that's the attitude that the players have brought. It's going to be it's tough divisions, tough league every year, so but I think they want to make those guys that we lost proud of the efforts that they're going to put forth on the ice this year. Well, I mean, you start in the pipes, obviously. Cole Ceci, got some good experience down the stretch in his first year. Dalton Ewing is kind of a third year, fourth year guy in our program, and has really made massive strides there. So we feel pretty good in the crease. We've got a fairly veteran blue line now, and Mark Wilson and Jeremy Lucchini being the oldest guys back there, but real bonus that Justin Bean got into Teachers College, and comes back, puts the C on. He's a guy that's approaching 100 games in this league, so really gonna rely on him. And then kind of up front, it's Nick Malenica is our most experienced guy up there, and among the most improved players in the league. So all those guys really need to kind of find their niche, which they've done in the past, and really play to that, and fill kind of the roles that they're built to fill, and lead by example that way. Yeah, well, I would go back to the crease to start. Like, Brendan Bonello is one of the best goalies in all of Canada, when he finished his junior career. And he's come in, and we think there's a real battle there, that they push each other, all three of them, to be better every day. And as a team and as a coach, like, goaltending can make you look really brilliant. So we hope that there's good competition there. And then Connor Senkin has filled in really nicely, fit and meshed well with our D core. So he's an exciting player, I think, to watch, to see how he transforms over his time with the program. And up front, I think all of the players that we brought in, we were really happy with. So far, Lucas Bro has shown, those 2 years of experience at the NCAA level, how that can translate to OUA success. And we'd like to get everybody healthy and playing. Lucas Terrio's missed most of the preseason with injury, and he's a guy we expect to really add some energy to the lineup. But we've been really happy with the 2 recruiting classes that we've had up front. They've all contributed really well so far in preseason action. Well, I think for us, it's trying to, right now, it's still trying to build our identity, and we think that we got a style of play in place that will help us exploit our strengths. So hopefully that's the case. It's, we speak to the players all the time about finding, and striving to be our best version, and that's a daily battle. So, if we can win the day, if we can be 1-0 each time that we come to the rink, as vague as that sounds, that's really the mindset here.